That is Jey Uso and Gunther, a rivalry that has been overlooked ever since it started, and everybody thinks that it is so overrated and that it should not even get the respect of being in the main event of night one of WrestleMania. But that's not what I think. We know this dates back all the way to the Royal Rumble, like 2 months ago, whenever Jey Uso wins the Royal Rumble, shocks the world by eliminating John Cena, winning the Royal Rumble whenever everybody thought in the world that John Cena was going to win. I remember standing in my living room and looking at the TV and being in true defeat, being a Jey Uso fan and thinking that it was over for him, and then seeing him win the Rumble with just true happiness in his eyes, and it was just an awesome moment. But then we see the Monday Night Raw after WrestleMania, or after the Royal Rumble, when we see Gunther choke out Jey. And well, as we know now, he did that 2 weeks in a row. And then we get to last night, which, as you all be seeing this on a Wednesday, but Monday, on Monday Night Raw, we see A-Town Down Under, the rivalry between these three right here. A-Town Down Under attacking Jey Uso every week for the past 3 weeks. And then we finally see Jey Uso be fed up and finally have a tag team match with him. And we knew that was Jimmy Uso. We know that Jimmy tagged with Jey in this match. And as we see here, the Usos are back together again. An awesome moment. But then after the match, we see Gunther knock Jimmy off the side of the ring. Then we see him go to attack Jey, but they stare each other down. And that is whenever, after that little attack, Jimmy meets up with Jey backstage and says, I don't want this Jey at WrestleMania. I want the right-hand man Jey at WrestleMania. I want the Jey who won the Royal Rumble. I want main event Jey Uso. I don't want this Jey. This Jey does not even know what he's doing. This Jey cannot defeat Gunther. And as Jey said on the Raw breakdown on the WWE YouTube channel, he said that Jimmy is the only person in the world that could give him that advice, and nobody else could give him that advice, because Jimmy's the only person who knows what Jey goes through. And then we see this: Jimmy confronts Gunther, slaps him in the face, and that's how we get to this next week: Jimmy versus Gunther, live next week on Monday Night Raw. And that is, they're heating up the rivalry, slowly but surely. And as many people were saying that were doubting this feud, they said if they can just get Jimmy to interfere with Gunther and get this rivalry spicing up, we can have a real problem in this little feud, and we can really make it spiced up. And that's what they're doing. So the haters are going to hate for sure, but I don't care what they say, this rivalry is heating up. And if you stuck around for the last one, you'll see who I pick in the end. But yeah, this rivalry is definitely heating up also.